is not this one there.
Look at time in front of you there.
Okay, now this one I will always use, but. Okay, we are rolling in 3, 2, 1, roll it. Audio. Stand by. You're on air.
Hello and welcome to the News on NT International. I am Elizabeth Omori. Let's take the headlines.
Play. Read.
President Bola Tinubu advocates total rephase in global financial architecture of Africa's mineral resources.
Read.
Indonesia and European Union finalized negotiations on a trade agreement after nearly a decade of talks.
Read.
As Nigeria works towards improving its criminal justice system, National Assembly and Sales Office of suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Koti Idwan.
Coming to you. You're on air.
With various economic reforms of the current administration already yielding positive results, Nigerians are now to expect fiscal sustainability which would ensure greater prosperity for the country going forward. Executive Chairman of the National Revenue Service, formerly Federal Inland Revenue Service, gave a progress report on federal revenue collection at a briefing organized by the presidential media team. Status correspondent Musbal Dawahab reports.
Play.
Today I'm standing before you and I'm brag. The economy is stabilized. We have met our target of revenue. Although we met it in August. I reviewed this morning.
The Chief Accounting Officer of the nation gaily reported progress in the non-oil revenue target for the year. From the State House, Musbal, the Wahab NT News.
You're on air.
Now to the 80th Onga, President Bola Tinubu has called for a total rephase in the global financial architecture of Africa's mineral resources, saying it is time for its nations not only to finance its mineral sector, but also assert their influence and power in the African products' global supply chains. Represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, the President made the call at the second Africa Minerals Strategy Group High-Level Roundtable on Critical Minerals Development in Africa, held on the margins of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Play.
A meeting for the collective action to bring Africa's mineral economy to reality for the benefit of the continent, pledging Nigeria's commitment towards catalyzing a mineral-led renaissance under the renewed hope agenda to unlock Africa's mineral economic future.
We must take the bull by the horns in financing our future. Never again shall we wait for capital to trickle in. For sovereign funds, blended vehicles and innovation tools like the Africa Mineral Token. Africa shall finance like this. To safeguard its sovereignty, we must get our cobalt, lithium, graphite, gold, and rare earths, not as fragmented states but as one continental bloc, wielding collective power in global supply chains.
He commended Nigeria's Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, who chairs at the event, and the Secretary General Moses Michael of Uganda for guiding Africa towards a path of productivity and pride. With the Chancellor of the Republic of Austria, Christian Stocker, at the UN headquarters in New York, where both countries agreed to forge new ties and explore new ways of deepening their relationships. From New York,
Coming to
Rahman
you.
Jibrila, NTA News.
You're on air.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kashim Shettima has showcased Nigeria's $200 billion energy transition opportunity to investors, emphasizing the need for partnerships to maximize the multifaceted, multi-billion investment opportunities across the country. He stated this at a roundtable hosted by the Business Council for International Understanding with the theme Risk Reform Return, held on the margins of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Once again, State House correspondent Rahman Jibrila reports.
Play.
Highlighting Nigeria's sovereign rating by platforms implies the country is positioned as the natural hub.
In our first day in office, it took the greatest gamble that any Nigerian leader had ever taken in the past 50 years.
It wasn't part of his speech. It was at the inauguration ceremony that he announced the withdrawal of fuel subsidy.